Episode 15, Don't Be Afraid. In this time we're living in, there's chaos, there's confusion, there's so much going on around us. We don't know where to go. We don't know who to turn to. But we have to come to a place of peace and rest and think and understand that the Most High is with us. He said in His Word, He would never leave us nor forsake us. Understand the times we're living in. These are the last of the last days. We've had so much time to prepare. We've heard the stories since we're little kids that Yeshua was coming. He's still coming, but before He comes, there is restitution that must take place, which is why we don't have to be afraid. We must trust in His Word, trust His promises, trust in His strength, trust the character of the Most High, trust the character of Yah. Joel 3, For behold, in those days, and in that time, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. I will also gather nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. We know Jehoshaphat was the king of Judah. He won wars against the Moabites. But here, Jehoshaphat is a valley near Jerusalem. So Yah is saying, I will gather the nations down in the valley of Jehoshaphat near Jerusalem and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered across the nations and parted my land. Joel 3:2 tells us that Yah has a people. Not everybody, but a people. Those people are Judah and Israel, Jerusalem. He loves His people. That's why our names were changed. We were moved from one place to a different country, trying to hide and mask who we are. And someone else is in our land, posing as if they are us. Yah says, I will plead with them for my people and for my heritage, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. And we know there's a big rift in Israel now where the land has been parted, the Gaza Strip, Israel, Palestine. It's all been parted up into different segments for different people. But the real people who it actually belongs to are scattered amongst the nations. They're scattered. Joel 3:3. They have cast lots for my people. Who have they sold? They've sold us. They've given a boy for a harlot. Yes, our men were raped over and over again. Sold a girl for wine. We were sold for whatever they needed. They would sell a black girl for wine, for food, whatever desire that they needed at that time. They would sell us for that. Cast lots for my people. Given a boy for a harlot. And we wonder why the spirit of homosexuality is so engraved in our black men. It's because it started long ago when they were raped. And those generational curses have come over and over again. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Philistines? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried them into your temples, my goodly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah, and the children of Jerusalem, Israel, have you sold unto Javan, that ye might remove him, or remove them far from their border. Joel 3:6. The children also of Judah, and the children of Jerusalem, have you sold unto Javan. Who are Javan? Javan are the Romans. This is Japhet's son, that ye might remove Judah from their border. Not just from their border, but far from their border. In a new land that's not ours. Yah is saying recompense is coming. He's coming to plead for His people. He's coming to plead for Judah. He's coming to plead for Jerusalem. So if He's coming to plead for us, then we have to make ourselves available, and we have to make ourselves known that we are a part of Yah. Not a part of this world, not a part of this system, not a part of this symbolic Egypt, but that we are a part of Yah, that we live for Him, we love Him, we serve Him, we follow His commandments, we read His word, we pray, we fast. We get direction from Him as we learned before, like Samuel did. He's coming to get us and plead for the nations for us. That means judgment has to come to wherever we are. We don't have to be afraid because God has us. Yah has this. Behold, I will raise them up out of their place where you sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to Sheba. And Sheba is a grandson of Cush, to a people far off, for Yah has spoken it. Judgment is in the land for Japhet's people. Yes, Japhet is of the northeastern parts of the world. They have reached their hand. They are over everything. Yah is saying, I'm coming for them for what they did to us. That's why we don't have to be afraid. It will look scary on the outside because there's pandemics, there's pandemonium, there's tainted water, there's maybe tainted food. There's so many things that are going on. How do we deal with this? And again, it comes from preparation, understanding what's going on, having wisdom. Okay, I don't have to be afraid here because Yah is at work here. He has to come and settle the matter. He has to come get us because he loves us. We are his people. Yes, he loves the Gentiles. Those who believe him, they will be engrafted in. But he is specifically calling us, the tribe of Judah. He's specifically calling the children of Israel, saying, hey, I'm coming down to this valley of Jehoshaphat to plead for you, to the nations. Give me back my people. I want my people back. We are loved. We are special. The Most High loves us. He is pleading for us to come back to him. But we can't come back to him any kind of way. We have to prepare ourselves, our mind, our soul, our will, our emotions. What are we putting in our hearts? What are we feeding our eyes, our ears? What's coming through our mouth? What are we studying? How are we living our lives? Are we living our lives exactly the way the Egyptians here are living their lives? Or are we living our lives in sanctification, in holiness, set apart, not doing what others are doing, not doing what the world is doing? We don't have to be afraid because this battle is not ours. It's Yah's. This battle belongs to Yah, and he has to settle it. How else can we get out of this mess that we're in? This is not our land. We were taken here by force. We built this land for free. It's not ours. So Yah has to come and render it judgment for what they've done to us. He says in Joel 3, he says, you have taken my children, Judah, that's us, and sold us to the Romans, to Jabin, Japhet's son, Japhet's lineage, and removed us far from our borders. So many of us have no clue who we are. Many of us have no clue that we are Yah's chosen people, that we are Israelites, that we are specifically those who came and were dropped off here in the United States of America. Of course, they named it that. We are the tribe of Judah. As we learned in the first episodes of this podcast, Judah were the praisers. They would go out first in battle. They would have their tambourines. They would praise Yah. They would love Yah. They would sing songs, make up songs. Okay, who can sing and who can play instruments like no other? The tribe of Judah. We're known. We're known by our gifts. We're known by our talents. At the same time, we're known by our disobedience. That's why we're in this mess that we're in, is because of disobedience. So we can no longer stay in disobedience. Now, if you're in disobedience, yes, you will be afraid. You will not sleep at night if you're in disobedience because you're not in the will of the Most High. You have to get into his will. Learn his ways again. Remember the Sabbath. Take time out on a Saturday and just devote the time, just you and Yah and your children and your spouse. Get together on Saturdays and just communicate with Yah. Speak to him and he will speak back, and listen when he speaks back. Yah says, behold, I will raise them out of the place where you have sold them and return your recompense upon your own head. This virus they put out, it's been turning around back on them. Joel is saying, he's prophesying, saying, listen, what has happened to Judah, it's going to be in reverse. Yah is saying that I'm going to allow Judah to sell Japhet back to Ham. Sheba is the son of Cush. Cush is the son of Ham. We know Ham sold us, Shem, to Japhet. And Yah is saying, what you sow, you shall reap. He's saying in the scripture here, Judah will then sell Japhet back to Ham. All we have to do is sit back and watch Yah work. And while he's working, we're preparing our soul, our mind, our will, our emotions, Of course, we are preparing the natural things like your toiletries and water and food of that nature. But more importantly, we are preparing our hearts, our minds, and our spirit. Guard your eyes, guard your ears, guard your heart. Don't let the negativity, don't let the panic, don't let the scariness of the news and people get you in a place of doubt and unbelief that you don't trust the creator of heaven and earth, that you don't trust the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We trust him. He's our only hope. If you don't trust in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are you going to trust? You cannot trust this government. You cannot trust your job. You cannot trust these people. This is a land that's not ours. Psalms 91. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yah, he is my refuge and my fortress. My Yah, in him will I trust. We don't trust man. We don't trust the government. We don't trust anyone. We trust the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Therefore, we will prepare and move when Yah says to move, and stay still when Yah says to stay still. Prepare your water, your food, and all that you need. And also, there are a few more items you may want to prepare for. You may want to start storing a generator, car batteries, a battery charger. These things can light your house like Christmas lights, lanterns, at Walmart, clear kerosene, clean burning fuel, propane stove, propane tanks, long burning candles, a walkie-talkie, keep wrapped in aluminum foil to protect from outage, guns and ammo, regular batteries, flashlights, bags of flour, bags of rice and beans, water, spaghetti sauce, canned goods, peanut butter, pancake butter, toilet paper, and baby wipes. These are just a few more items added from last episodes of how we can prepare in the natural. But please don't forget to prepare in the spiritual. That's your mind, your will, and your emotions. Get into the word, fast, and pray. Go into a place of complete silence and meditate on the Most High. Meditate on Yah. As we seek truth, please seek truth with us. Please send questions or comments to @truthwars.com or comment here. We don't claim to know everything, but we seek the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who knows absolutely everything. Let truth roar, let truth reign, let truth speak, and let truth set you free. Truth roars, truth reigns, truth speaks, truth sets me free. Please see a podcast disclaimer at truthwars.com.